All right, hello, good evening, everyone. It's our US market vlog again. So I'm Kelvin here from Round and Search, and today we're gonna look into the market and see what are the stocks, whether we can, what do you call that? Wait, is US market actually opens at 9:30. So we have a few more seconds to the US market open. So I started off slightly early. Okay, sorry, my light just went off, so probably out of battery. And yeah, so thank you for joining. So before we start, let me share with you one thing is that don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook page. Okay, so I'm gonna change to my screen sharing here so you can see it. So market started in US. So we are looking at Nvidia right now. Seems like it's going downwards. So I'm not gonna trade anything at the moment. So probably I'll wait for maybe a few more seconds first. Then only I need to see what is the price movement is like or the direction of the stock price. Okay, so as we can see, last time usually I start at around 10:30, but 10:30 usually is the time where the stock price is really start to move a bit more sideways. So that's why I started earlier right now. So I want to see whether if let's say we do it in a different timing and then riding along with this stock price movement in the early morning in US market, can we improve our profitability in the market? Okay, so 10:30 wise, the stock price usually is really at one point and then start to move sideways, getting ready to move into another side. So that's a bit difficult for us to find a good entry for that, or maybe we have to wait for another like half an hour or 1 hour later. That's gonna be 11:30 or 11 o'clock. That's a bit too late, I think, for not just for me, I think for everyone else as well, because it's a weekday. I believe most of us we do have our job to do the next day, so that's why I put it slightly earlier, and which also I see there are more opportunity in the next usually in the when the market starting. Okay, so something new to this the timing, because this is where like our Malaysia market wise in the morning, that's the golden hour, that's the most fluctuated timing in the hours. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to use the same way at the end of this. So I'm going to do a short sell. So I'm just following the trend. Okay, I don't go against the trend. Same thing if let's say anything, that then we have to do a cut loss there using the same volume and all those. So right now the starting balance is about 21,856. So let's see how much we can make today from this testing over here. So for some of you, probably you see you join in, you just join into this session over here. Probably you do not know how I operate this. So I myself, it's first time for me to look into the US market. So right now you can see I'm using a paper trading using trading view over here. The reason why I'm using this is because I want to test out my trading strategy, see whether it fits or it works in the US market or not. So after a few months, I think I've done this for more than 4 times. Uh, I'm gonna continue to see after a few months. It's not just gonna use 1 month of the record to look into it. So I do have a lot of try and error, and then I do along the way. If you watched some of my live stream earlier, I have to come up with the cut loss rules and also the position sizing, and also how to identify the trend trading. How do I know that the trend is going into a sideways end of the trend? So all this vlog over here are the learning curve for myself. Since I've started this and I've been doing this YouTube channel, so I want to record this learning over here. So other than just for myself and also for every one of you to learn, so you can see everything from how the process of all this learning, and also how I can overcome it. And basically, it's everything is very raw to you guys. So if you are watching this from the recording, so probably you can skip a bit to find the main point. If let's say there are times that I'm waiting for the trade to actually look into it, then you can skip to the right time. Okay, so if any one of the viewers here, if let's say you're watching this and you find that there are some of the point that is worth for other viewers to look into it, you can leave the time and also the section of this video in the comment box, so allow other viewers to actually look into it, so they will find out more, they can learn more from that. Okay, so this is a learning vlog and also a record of myself on how do I look into the market, how I look into the market and start with something new. So which I think a lot of traders in the market, or you are just thinking, or maybe you want to actually enter into a market but you don't find, you do not know how. So probably this will be a good video for you guys. Okay, so right now I'm in an open position trading paper, paper trading, open position in AMD. So it's going down. Just now I go for a short selling. So why I go into a short selling is because after the market open, after 1 minute after that, I'm using a 1 minute charts, the price actually goes lower. So if it seems like there's a direction, it's already fixed that it's going downwards, so that's why I go for a short selling. Right now it's at the open profit of about 40 over USD. So we started off this account balance with 21,856, which is some of the profit that I make previously. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to continue monitor and see any of it have the it shows any of the exit rules. Then if let's say the exit rules actually comes out, then we have to exit, which is right now. So I'm going to close this position, taking the profit at $68 for right now. So after 1 2 3 4 5 6 minutes, okay, $68, if let's say convert it into Malaysia ringgit, so it's gonna be 200, about 240 plus or 250 plus. So because usually when the market open, if you look back into some of the history, so usually it will goes one direction, okay, pretty aggressive, either up or down. So right now, of course, the price might continue to go down lower because the trend is going down very fast. So I might miss out some of the profit, but it's okay. Right now, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna fix to my own original strategy, entry and exit rules first. Okay, then I'm gonna look into then I'm gonna learn from it. Okay, so it's different in a different stocks in different timing, so things might be a little bit different, but not far away. Just that we need to know how to adjust to it. Okay, so it will definitely be a much faster than the usual one that we see, or the others timing, other videos that I've done. Okay, so right now seems like after my exit, just now I was looking at AMD. After my exit, there's a little bit of pause over here. Let's see whether the price will continue to move up higher. So if let's say there's a pause, if let's say this one actually closed lower than this, then I'm gonna look back into it. Or usually what I'll do is I'll wait for it to have a rebound first, let the price actually move back up higher first, then I'm going to look into it. Okay, so high volume, then the price actually stop, pause a while. Other than AMD, so far right now from the record that we look into it is I look a lot into those like famous stocks like Apple, AMD, it's not Intel not so much, Nvidia, Microsoft. All these are more higher value stocks. Okay, so they have more fluctuation and more active in the market, so that's why I look into it, so I can do like day scalping, okay, in out within a few minutes. So most of this are forming a bottom here. Whether it's a bottom, we are not sure. We just need to continue to monitor this. Okay, so MD have the rebound here right now. I just need to wait for the timing for my entry rules to go in for another short selling again. So this account balance, we put it this way. I think we started this video that time. The account balance is about like 21,800 or 700 plus. I can't remember. So it's still floating around this point. So roughly right now, I get to know how does the US market actually works, and roughly know like when are they going to move into sideways, and when are the time that I need to use strategy number 1 and also strategy number 2. Okay, so I have 2 strategy. Along the way I came out the second one is because I find that sometimes the first strategy it doesn't work, which is that you need to wait for the price to actually close lower than the previous candlestick. So that's why I switch, look into another one. I look into I not to say I look into it, but I observe, and then I find that okay, there's another one that is whenever there's a high volume actually comes in, then we can actually start to go into a reverse of the price trade. So that one depends. We still need to look back into the stocks. Each of the stocks might be different. It might be Apple today, it might be AMD tomorrow, it might be Nvidia tomorrow, so we are not sure. It still depends on the market themselves, to the stock themselves, how they move the price. Okay, so if you're watching this, you have been following us for a very long time, you might know that I look into big boys in Malaysian market, but US market wise, I'm not able to look into this too much, so I can only base on the price and volume to look at it. So one of the reason may be because it's this actually works. Sometimes it's because when the US market is pretty big, so once they push it down, then they're gonna push it down lower, and then when there's a high volume actually comes in, it's usually probably some of them covering their short selling position, so that's why it creates a huge high volume actually comes in. So that's why the price will usually peak at that point or bottom at that point, or the vice versa. Okay, you get what I mean. So vice versa. If you don't understand what I mean, you can actually leave a comment so I can explain it more. So that's why I'm taking this kind of opportunities, okay, in the market. All right. So since last week, I mean many weeks, okay, we haven't been able to break through the 21,000. So let's see whether today we are able to break through this 21,000 here for today. All right. Let's see, Apple price down here, but then this is after the down, this is the high volume. It's gonna be a bit tricky for me to look into that. Maybe Apple is something that we can use the high volume, and then we go for a long position. Volume higher, no, cannot yet. This timing, the price movement, we can't use that. Okay, so let it move a little bit sideways, or maybe they will move into a rebound. I'm not sure. So make sure they have the rebound here and high volume at the bottom. It doesn't mean that they are going to continue to push the price down lower. So right now 57 seconds, price is lower, but it's not higher than, it's not low, completely lower than the previous low. So I'm not going to do any trades over here. So since we have the profit, or if let's say you don't have a profit or you have a loss, it actually means that no trade is good trade. Okay, because you don't expose yourself to any potential losses in the market. All right. Nvidia is a bit difficult to gauge where the price is. So it seems like right now the price is starting to move sideways, up and down, up and down. If you, I'm not sure whether I explained this in the trading course or in this public live stream over here. If we start to see that the price is moving up and down, up and down, up and down like that, it's not like indecisive, we try to avoid entering into any trades. This one is lower than previous one, but the volume is high. The reason is because why it move up and down in this is because it's the price will just move up and down, so you might do a lot of cut loss. I think it's pretty. With this price like this, volume is building up and it's not going down, and it's hard to actually goes down. So yeah, you see the price high volume here, so it might really be, let's look for something that is continue on. Twitter also high volume here, so most likely there will be a rebound going on. So if let's say they're moving sideways up and down, it's better to use the second strategy where the high volume comes in, then you can start to look into a long position. But in this case, let's see, because it has we have the time, high volume, price up. After one, then we can just get out from it. No, okay. I'll just wait. Okay, be patient in your when we are doing trades. So seems like meta platform is showing sign it's not so moving up and down like the other stocks. So we could probably look into this. Okay, so we just need to wait for this one to be, this candle to end and come back and watch that. All right, NEO is moving slightly up, but it's same thing, up and down, up and down. So we can't look into it. It doesn't mean that every time we need to enter into a trade. We just need to wait for the right timing. Okay. But sometimes we know that we can't keep on looking to a trades and then keep on doing any trades. We know that, just that if let's say we are at a loss in the beginning, then we will sort of like force ourselves to start a trade. Okay. I think this one here. Let's look into AMD. Moving into about this point here also, nothing changed much. Apple, same thing here. It's just that there's a high volume here when this price going down. Usually I'll try to avoid that. You might say that you can say that I have bad experience with that. So well, that is the thing that we pay for to learn. So it's a bad experience, so we learn from the experience, and that's how we get it better. Okay, so one thing, if let's say you like our sharing here, remember to give us a like, all right, for this live stream, and share this out to more of your friends so that they can know how we can start a trade in the market, in the stock market, how to start trading in the stock market. Okay, market here start moving sideways, but at least when they start to move sideways over here, we are able to make a profit about $68. High volume, high volume. If this one close higher, I think that's where we can look into it. 2 more seconds, market close. I mean the not market close, the candlestick ends. So let's try to move into a long position here for AMD again. This is more like moving into a sideways. So it pressed back down. So the price fluctuation like this is more like they are waiting at the sideline. They are not going to do anything from here. They're waiting for something, obviously, for the trend to shape. Okay, so I have to cut this loss. End of the time 54.55. There's not much difference, so I'm gonna cut this loss. Wait, this is a buy position. I need to sell it back. So $33 is out. So this one actually, no. Okay, so it's up, down, up, down, up, down. The thing. So one-time losses. My principle is, if let's say I have done two cut loss, then I'm going to stop trading. Like sit back and then see how the things goes. Okay. Let's see Twitter. Go down here. Huge price drop. Last week during the training class, I actually look into the price movement also. The training class is more like usually I'll share more to the members, like how I look into it and some of the things. So it's basically learning together as well. Volume higher than previous one. Price is down. So the price changes in the market that actually will give us some idea of whether the price will continue to move in one direction. Seems like this one is going into sideways up and down for Meta platform. I think take into it for 100 because right now FP price is at 182. Okay, 87, 88, and that's where we go for a long position. Because the price is down, high volume, so usually the price will start to move higher here. So because this is going to be a up and down stocks. Sideways doesn't mean that really it will move into a sideways, but it might actually move into some slightly lower, go slightly lower sideways. Might either going down, continue going down slightly every bit, and then they might continue or maybe point towards the upside. See, price is down, high volume. By right, should be stopping here. So no cut loss rules is triggered. So I'm going to hold on to this. I'm looking at Meta platform, formerly known as Facebook. So let's see the price movement here. So if you guys see anything that is interesting, do let me know. I can look into it and see whether we have the opportunity to practice on it. Twitter is down, Facebook. Elon Musk successfully took over Twitter, is it? Twitter. No exit rules here yet. Oh yeah, it's official. Elon Musk just bought Twitter for 44 billion. So he say that he's going to turn this into a more freedom of speech platform. That's how, I don't know. It's like at first Twitter they say like they're not going to sell, but that's one thing about going listed, where if let's say you have other shareholders who are just an investor, because they are just more like they just want capital gain from all these things. So once they see opportunity, then they will try to sell it. So that's where there are opportunities, so they grab it. So imagine if you're the founder of that company and stuff like that, you have nothing to say, okay? But I think, yeah, I don't know. How do you define freedom? Okay, this is something out of the trading side. While we are watching this, we have an open position in Meta platform. So we just wait for it. There's no exit rules, no nothing. So we talk about other stuff. What's your... You see, everyone's definition about freedom is different, okay? But most of the people, they define freedom as they can do whatever they want in the world, okay? So like for example, not wearing a mask or stuff like that. So of course, in their point of view, there's nothing wrong about it. But if you are looking into the whole society, whole social point, my light just went off also for this one. Okay, my top light. Okay, it's a bit dark over here, but I hope you guys don't mind. So yeah, come back to this. But for the whole society, is that we are not living in the societies alone. Okay, we have other people living together. So we can't just say like, okay, we want freedom. Okay, for what I think is freedom is not what we can do freely, but is what we think. Okay, how we think stuff. Okay, let's say for example, someone who don't want to wear a mask, then we have our freedom to accept it, or we have our freedom to you might think that is wait, the price is going down, volume is higher than previous one. Okay, so I will need to take this profit, either take profit or okay, I'm gonna have to take profit, $9 of profit for this. That's the my exit rules actually comes in. All right, so my freedom is either I ignore it or I don't ignore it. Okay, so that's the thing. Wait, high volume comes in, then I have to short. But I think this one is going to actually hit my my exit rules very fast, because the volume for the previous one is actually quite near. So it can easily actually hits the volume higher than the previous candlestick. So I'm not going to look into it. Let's look into others. Oh, this one going down fast. We miss it. Yeah, so it's like you can have your freedom, I can have my freedom. But if your freedom is going to make someone uncomfortable, and that is not freedom, okay? Yeah, so that's what I mean. My volume. My volume. Apple moving sideways a lot. Apple, AMD. The rebound here is not that much. So I think they will just move down bit by bit, I guess. 52 seconds, 53. So after 1 minute, the volume is this low. Actually, AMD I can enter to, oh no, or my position sizing is all 100 lot or and below. Let's look back into Metaverse since Meta platform. They did a good job in that way. Okay, so it's like they're sharing like, oh, Metaverse. Okay, so Metaverse is the whole thing. So right now they put it this way. So Meta platforms. So you think like Meta platforms have the Metaverse. Metaverse is like an idea. There's nothing much about it. Okay, so in this case, when it closed, because the volume is higher than previous one, so I'm going in for a long position. So for this is the second strategy that I'm using. Strategy number 2. I haven't give the name yet, so probably you guys can, if you understand how this strategy actually works, you can help me to think of a name, so it's easier for me to share or to say it next time. Okay, so as this one, the entry rules will be as long as the volume is higher than the previous one, then we can start to go against the direction, okay, of the price. Okay, let's say for example this one is down but with a high volume, so we are going to go for a long position. So when am I going to take the profit or maybe exit is when the volume start to grow higher than the previous one. Okay, then that's where I need to do an exit. It's not higher than the previous one yet. Where's the volume? 2828. Oh yes, it's higher. Okay, so this one is long position, so I need to sell back. Okay, so we are back to, we're still having a profit about $20 over. This one is really going down, so I'm going to keep here and then wait and see. But this is huge for the price to go down lower. Will it continue to go down lower? This is very high volume here. I think the things start to change because the high volume here, the price don't really move up. It could be a continuation of trend. So they push up 1823, 1814, 182, 216. I'm reading the buy sell queue here, market depth 1821. So it's keep on moving up and down around this area. So it's moving up, setting a higher high, setting a lower low for the buy side, setting a higher high for a pause here. 20. So it's, if you ask me how do I judge whether it's a higher high or lower low and stuff like that, so it's purely based on my memory. Okay, you don't have to remember the figure, you just, I don't know, I remember things is in the image form. Okay, so I'm going in for short selling here. Why? Is because I see from the big price is actually, it was actually 181.20 over cents, and then 181.14 or 15 over cents, and then suddenly they press it down to 181.4 cents. So that is a huge press down of price. So that could be showing that they are having the intention to press the price down lower. So right now is 180 and 99, 94, 80. So by right I have to exit here 83. Just now the highest is about 94. So 79 right now, new low, 75 right now, new low, back to 77, 72, new low, 70, new low, 77. Okay, that's a huge jump. 68, another new low. 55, another new low. 65, bounce back up a bit. And then 60. I'm sorry if, let's say, if it's too small for you to see it. I'm seeing the changes of the bid price. So it stopped at 56, 58, and then jump up to 63. So, okay, I'm going to take this profit over here, $35. The reason why I'm taking profit is because the bid price is queuing at higher and higher and higher and higher points. So that's why I quickly just take the profit and run first. Okay, so 30 over dollars. So right now we have about like $50 of profit. So we can't just look into this price moving up and down, the bid price moving up and down to time the entry or exit. So we have to first thing is we need to know that they are actually going down in a downtrend and what price that they are moving in to gauge our entry or exit. So right now we can't use the second strategy for entry because you can see the high volume here, price don't reverse, high volume here, price don't reverse. So something new is coming. So the high volume here, price up, it should continue to move the price up higher. But before they move up higher, if it's in a downtrend, the price will try to move a little bit more sideways first, set a lower volume before they, and then move up higher with the high volume, then that's the price will start to reverse. But overall, we can see the momentum of the price going down is getting weaker. The degree of the price down is not as narrow, but yeah, the degree, not as sharp as the previous one. So we might see the price start to move into a sideways, which is also about time, about 10, usually 10 o'clock, then they will have this kind of price movement going on. Yeah, Apple is actually having this right now. So seems like they will start to go into a sideways of price before they decide the price to move up higher. So this will be a good time for us when it start to move into a sideways. Will be a good time for us to use the second strategy where high volume comes in and then we go for the contra trade. Okay. The contra trade I mean here is that it's not like, you know, Malaysia, we always like to say like contra trading is something like what do you call it, like go like hold for a few days. But the contra trade I mean over here is go against the direction. Okay, so right now we see volume is higher than the previous one, then price move up like this. So I'm going to short position and see. I'm looking at Apple Inc. right now. So let's see. How do I adjust the volume bar to be slightly longer? Okay, volume is 6.58, 6.68. Previous one is 9.596. If let's say it's higher than that, then I'm gonna take the profit and go. 7, 8 right now. The previous one was 9.596. 9.3 right now. 9.8, so it's higher than that. So I am going to take this profit. So yeah, voila. we are at about $80 profit. Okay, about 322 ringgit. So high volume in, so they are moving into sideways. High volume in, so it's going to be moving up, back up higher. So let's go for it. So it's 32 seconds right now. Okay, price up and up. So this is a long position. If I want to sell, I'm going to click. If I want to close this position, I'm going to need to click sell. Okay, volume not higher than the previous one, so I am not going to do anything yet. No cut loss rules actually trigger, so I'm just going to let it run. So it might just start to, go around this point for some time. I think I need to come out another cut loss rules for the second strategy, because if let's say I just wait for the volume to be higher than the previous one, it will be too late, because the price might actually goes down. Like right now, if I go for long position, later on when the price actually start to goes down lower, with and suddenly build a high volume from there, then it's basically gone. Okay, so there's too much of cut loss that I need to bear. Let me observe and see. Okay, so yeah, even for my trading in Malaysian market, I don't fix myself with just one cut loss rules. I don't use cut loss point. I have my cut loss point, but I like to call it cut loss rules is because rules you can apply in different stocks with different pricing. Okay, you don't really have the fixed pricing there. I'm going to close this position. $9 of losses, then it's fine. Okay, so we're still at a profit of 70, about 60 plus. This price is down very fast. I'm going to do another trade, so it's going to be a last trade over here for today. So I'm not going to drag too long. So as long as we get some profit from here, then it's fine. High volume here, price should, wait, let's see. So it doesn't have that way here right now. Price trading higher. Price trading higher and then price down, high volume. This is a huge volume after this. Let's see the price changes, big price changes that the buy orders. It's not moving anywhere for a few seconds. Let's not touch Twitter first. It's either there will be a huge move coming. I mean, usually it shows like this is there should be a huge move is coming. Let's see this one. If it ends lower than the previous one, then I'll just go for short selling here. "33 seconds has passed. Whoa, volume is high. Let's see others. AMD is down also. Nvidia. Back to this. Nvidia. High volume, reverse, high volume, high volume reverse. So this might be a reverse. Let's not go for a short selling. $40 over seconds. Okay, no. Let's look into other stocks. High volume reverse. Not reverse, we can use that. Okay, I can't use any of my strategy in any of the stocks right now. All right, so if I can't use any of my strategies into any of the stocks right now, I'm just gonna call it off. All right, so not much of profit, about $67. So yeah, it's a paper trading, but it's a practice. So it's part of the practice that we know when to actually stop our trading and know when to actually stop our trading. So this is part of the one of the key for our trading, to know how to self-control. Okay, so that is very important. That actually took up like maybe about 50 over majority of the percentage in trading. Okay, so today $67 of profit. So if let's say we convert it into Malaysia ringgit, then it will be about 200 260 plus after half an hour of trades. So it's fine. Okay, it's fine for me. So I don't set a target, as long as there are profit, as long as the profit can actually cover the loss, then it's good. Okay, so thank you for joining. Remember to give us a like if let's say you like this series over here of my vlog, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page to find out more. So I'm going to summarize the overall my vlog trades, okay, and put it into the Facebook page and also for my Twitter account. So if you want to find out what is the progress right now, how do we do it, how many profit and losses that we have made, of course we are at the profit right now, you can actually follow us from there. Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to see you guys again next week, same time, 9:30 on Tuesday, on YouTube and Facebook Live. And thank you very much. Bye bye.